All right. Well, good evening, everyone. It is 5:31, and we'll call this meeting to order. Heather Ann, are you calling roll today?
I am.
Okay, please call the roll.
All right. Ms. Kane, Ms. Corus, Mr. Luttrell, Mr. Miles,
Here.
Ms. Oberg,
Here.
Mr. Sam,
Here.
Mr. O'Brien,
Present.
Mr. Taylor, and Ms. Liu.
Here. All right. The first order of business is the approval of the minutes from a previous meeting from June 17th, 2020. Can I have a motion? If you want to make a motion, you do have to unmute yourself.
I so motion.
In a second?
I'll go ahead and second.
Moved by Tegan, seconded by Dave. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? All right, seeing none, Heather Ann, would you call the roll, please?
Miles? Just answer yay or nay.
Oh, that was me.
Yes.
Yay.
Ms. Oberg,
Yay.
Mr. Sam,
Yay.
Mr. Shuddy.
Here.
Is that a yay or a nay?
Yay.
Thank you. O'Brien, Mr. O'Brien,
Yay.
Mr. Taylor,
Yay.
and Ms. Liu.
Yay.
Okay.
All right, are there any additions to the agenda this evening? Okay, I don't see any. So the next item up for business is public input. If you are a member, you can raise your hand, which I think is in the lower right-hand corner, or you could use *9 if you're using a telephone. I think we only have one member of the public right now. And I don't believe we received any email. Is that right, Heather Ann?
Correct. No emails for public input.
Okay, thank you. All right, presentations. Brian.
All right, so staff report for September 16th. I'll give you guys an update on the SNAP program and then a little bit about general market performance, I guess. To date, the market has distributed about $9,700 in link benefits with another $8,900 in SNAP matching funds. So to date, we've distributed $18,730 total. And last year for 2019, we distributed $22,179 total. So we're kind of keeping the same pace with our SNAP usage as last year. And that's with the Farm Credit Illinois grant that has already been exhausted. And then the matching funds from Experimental Station, we're kind of working our way through those right now. WCIA came out to the market on August 8th to do a story on our SNAP program. And I don't know 100% for sure whether it was aired, but it is available on their website. And there's a link in the staff report to that. The Land Connection has not yet received a response from Experimental Station about the creation of a local universal SNAP match program. But that just seems to be just because they're kind of running behind things. I know that Experimental Station is shuffling some of their employees around. So I expect that to kind of get resolved in a couple of months and we'll have another update. COVID-19 at the market. The market has been operating under the guidelines for the past 4 months. Generally, things have been well accepted and compliance remains high, especially I think once the mayor issued her emergency order kind of requiring masks for businesses. We haven't had more than like 1 or 2 people at most try and enter the market without a mask, and at least half of those have a medical exemption. For the season 2020 to date, attendance is down by about 20% compared to last year. And for the period of June 6th, so first weekend in June to the second weekend in September, which is usually the busiest time at the market where we have the most vendors and the most visitors, our attendance is down 18%. So attendance is definitely down. There's no kind of sugarcoating that, but it's maybe not as bad as it could be. And I've also included the link to the attendance tracking, which gets updated every week after we do our counts at the market. And you can really see how attendance kind of changes. Also in that Google spreadsheet is the attendance for 2019. So you can kind of click on a different tab and see 2019 versus 2020. We've had a really good season this year as far as attendance is concerned. I think we've only had one fairly significant rain date so far. So that's all I got.
Do you have questions for Brian?
I would say that probably your count is more accurate this year since you're herding them in one entrance.
Yeah, I mean, there's still people that kind of slip through. So the count is definitely more accurate. But also, yeah, it's definitely more accurate than in the past. But you can kind of look at this year's numbers and look at last year's numbers, and they aren't radically off for like the estimated, like ours is still an estimated to some extent this year, but it's far more, it's more accurate than in the past.
You can't measure it, but I would say, venture to say you have more shoppers percentage wise. If your numbers are down 20%, I say most of them were just kicking a tire anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's true.
And our numbers reflect it. So
yeah, I've talked to a few vendors. Not everyone across the board is reporting this, but everyone seems to be having a really good year. Some vendors are having an outrageously good year for them, but I don't want to apply that to the whole market because I know that some vendors are probably having some challenges. So,
Tegan, do you have a question?
Yeah, I don't seem to have the staff report in my inbox. Did it get sent out so we could click on those links or no?
yes.
The staff report did not get emailed to you. I apologize about that, but it is located on the Market Advisory Board website, the page for this meeting.
Okay.
All right, other questions for Brian? I had a question, Brian. So I know that we moved to a different financial system, and do we have a full year's worth of data now in the new financial system?
Yes, I believe we do. We should have fiscal year 20 as a full year, maybe 19. There were all kinds of issues because of the way information was brought over from the old system and the fact that the market kind of straddles 2 financial years. So it was quite a challenge to figure that out for a very long time. But I think we should have a full range of data for fiscal year 19 and then this year as well.
So maybe at the next meeting, if you could present the numbers, that would be great.
Okay.
Any other questions from the board? All right, I don't have anything on here in terms of another staff report. Brian, Heather Ann, are you aware of anything?
No. That was...
Steph, do you want to introduce yourself if you haven't introduced yourself?
Hi, I'm Steph McMahon. I'm the Economic Development Coordinator and the Interim Supervisor over the Economic Development Division.
Okay, great. And I don't see any new business, so this is a very short meeting tonight, unless anybody else has anything they want to add. All right, I can take a motion to adjourn the meeting. Looks like Gary wants to say something.
No. No, I can move to adjourn the meeting.
All right.
I'll second it.
All right, moved by Gary, seconded by Kent. Can you please call the roll, Heather Ann? We can't hear you, Heather Ann.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, definitely I'm going to get new headphones. Okay. Mr. Miles,
Yes.
Ms. Oberg,
Yes.
Mr. Sam,
Aye.
Mr. Shetty,
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
and Ms. Wu.
Yes. All right. It's unanimous. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much for your time this evening.